Let's bow our heads in silent prayer.
一同低頭默禱。
Amen.
Amen.
Lord Jesus, we continue with our service by singing hymn 259.
奉主聖名，我哋繼續我哋嘅聚會，我哋同聚讚美詩259首。
Let's kneel down to pray and ask the Lord to continue to guide us.
我哋喺度禱告，求神繼續嚟帶領我哋。
Let's pray together.
我哋同
In the name of Lord Jesus Christ, I speak.
奉主上面講話，
We are going to continue with our study on the book of Philippians, chapter 1, concerning the prayer of Paul.
咁我哋繼續查考呢個腓立比書嘅第一章，關乎到保羅嘅禱告。
He prayed for the church at Philippi for their good works.
咁佢為腓立比教會佢哋所做嘅善工嚟去禱告嘅。
He also, made requests for them with them all with joy.
咁佢亦都為佢哋去代求嘅，佢哋歡歡喜喜為佢哋代求嘅。
We mentioned about their fellowship in the gospel from the first day until the time that Paul was writing to them.
咁我哋睇到佢哋喺從頭一日直到保羅位同佢哋寫呢個書信嘅時候佢哋呢個嘅事情。
You realize that because Paul himself is like the messengers of the gospel.
咁我哋明白到保羅佢就好似呢個嘅福音嘅呢個嘅使者嚟嘅。
He has been enlightened with the mystery of the gospel.
佢係被呢個嘅福音嘅呢個嘅光照嘅。
He knew the importance of the gospel.
佢知道呢個福音嘅重要。
Because he knew the importance, therefore, obviously we can say that when he was in Philippi, not only he preached the gospel, he also taught the believers to preach the gospel.
所以佢知道呢個嘅福音嘅重要，所以佢喺呢個腓立比嘅時候嚟去向佢哋傳福音。佢唔單止咁教到佢哋呢個福音，唔單止咁樣，佢哋就 嚟去傳呢個福音嘅事情。
So that's why Paul, said that he was very confident that what God has started in their heart.
所以保羅同佢哋講話佢哋佢好肯定、好相信佢哋呢個聖工動喺佢哋嘅心裏邊動工嘅。
This fellowship in the gospel is started by God.
我哋知道呢個嘅福音呢個事情係從呢個神開始嘅。
So in the eyes of God, this is a good work.
所以喺神嘅眼中呢一個係善工嚟㗎。
So you find that it has to continue on until the day of Jesus Christ.
所以呢個善工會繼續不斷嘅，直到主耶穌再嚟嘅日子嘅。
So meaning that this fellowship in the gospel has to be something that we need to participate in until the day that we leave this world.
意思就係話呢個喺福音裏邊呢個嘅團契就係話我哋要嚟去參與，直到我哋離開呢個世界嘅日子㗎。
Because this is a good work started by Christ.
因為呢個係主耶穌嚟去開始嘅一個嘅善工。
Paul is very confident about that. This good work shall be completed when Christ comes again.
咁主耶穌保羅就深信呢個善工係必會嚟去成全嘅，直到主耶穌再嚟嘅日子。
Now, all right. I want you to look at verse 6 again. Yeah.
我再睇第6節嘅。
We need to understand that this is started by God.
我哋要明白呢個就係從神開始嘅。
In fact, many of the works in the church, although are planned by man, they are actually started by God.
咁我哋要明白到喺教會裏邊好多嘅呢個嘅事工都係從人計劃而嚟，但係我哋要明白到呢個係從神嗰度開始嘅。
Anything that is done for the good of the church, for the benefit of the brothers and sisters, is the work of God.
咁一切嚟去為咗教會同埋為咗信徒得益嘅呢種嘅事工，都係從神嗰度而嚟嘅。
Now, I want you to look at verse 7 now.
我哋可以睇下第7節嘅。
Just as it is right for me to think this of you all, because I have you in my heart, inasmuch as both in my change and in the defense and confirmation of the gospel, you all are partakers with me of grace.
第7節，我為你們眾人有這樣的意念，原是應當的，因你們常在我心裏，無論我是在捆鎖之中，是辨明證實確福音的時候，你們與我一同得恩。
Now here we find that Paul loved the members. He always, kept them in his mind.
所以我哋睇到保羅佢係嚟去時常嚟去紀念呢啲嘅信徒嘅，因為佢喺佢呢個心裏邊時常嚟去想起佢哋。
We need to understand that at that point in time he was in the prison.
我哋要明白到當時呢個時候佢喺呢個監牢裏邊㗎。
And yet he thought about them.
但係佢仍然係嚟去想念佢哋㗎。
So it goes to show that his heart is truly for the church and for the brothers and sisters.
呢個話俾你知，佢嘅心係真係嚟向着教會同埋向着信徒們嘅。
Now I also want you to look at the second part. Yeah.
我睇下7章嘅第7節嘅下半段。
Here it says, he was in chains. He was in the prison.
呢度提到佢係喺捆鎖當中嘅，就喺呢個嘅監牢裏邊嘅。
And in the defense and confirmation of the gospel.
喺度辨明證實福音嘅證實福音嘅。
So you find that Paul was in prison because of the gospel.
你發覺呢個保羅係被放喺監牢裏邊，因為呢個福音嘅緣故。
He was not afraid of threats from other people.
佢係唔會嚟去害怕別人嘅呢種嘅威嚇㗎。
Because the gospel to him is the power of God.
因為呢個福音對佢嚟講就係神嘅呢個嘅能力。
It can save those who believe in Jesus Christ.
就可以嚟拯救嗰啲相信主耶穌喺主耶穌裏面嘅人。
He was personally called by God to spread the good news.
佢係被神親自嚟去選召嚟去傳呢個嘅好信息嘅。
That's why he was always, in defense of the gospel.
所以佢係時常為呢個福音嚟去爭辯嘅。
And he also confirmed that the gospel is truly the gospel of salvation, meaning the gospel that can save.
佢亦都去證實呢個福音嘅事實係真嘅，係因為呢個福音能夠嚟去使人得救。
Now the last part says, "You are all partaker with me of grace."
最後一句話，你哋係與我一同嚟去得恩嘅。
This grace here is about salvation.
呢度提到呢個恩就係關乎到呢個嘅救恩嘅事情。
The believers accepted the gospel.
呢啲信徒佢哋相信接受呢個嘅福音。
Therefore, they are in the grace of God.
所以佢就喺呢個神嘅恩典裏邊。
Paul also, accepted the gospel before them.
保羅喺之前喺佢哋之前已經嚟去接受呢個福音。
And therefore, Paul also in the grace of God.
所以保羅都係喺呢個神嘅恩典裏邊嘅。
So in this way, all of them, Paul and the believers are partakers, of grace.
所以保羅同埋其他嘅呢啲嘅信徒都係一同嚟去得呢個恩嘅。
We sometimes when we think about this, Paul being in the prison,
有時候我哋睇下保羅喺呢個監牢裏邊。
he might not be able to be with them physically.
佢雖然肉身唔能夠與佢哋喺一起㗎。
It's like some people might think that you see, he won't have a chance to have fellowship with them anymore.
有人可能話佢唔會再有機會同佢哋一起嚟去喺做呢個團契啦。
But we know that the fellowship that we have is beyond this physical, dimension.
但係我哋要明白到就話，我哋呢種嘅團契係超乎呢啲咁嘅肉體嘅呢種嘅團契嘅。
As long as we share in the same gospel.
主要我哋嚟分享呢個同一個嘅呢個嘅福音㗎。
We hold ourselves in the grace of God.
我哋係持守自己喺神嘅裏面。
In the spirit, we are having fellowship with one another.
所以喺靈裏，我哋就係彼此之嚟去又有呢個嘅靈裏嘅團契啦。
We always say, the true Jesus Church throughout the world is like one family.
我哋時常話我喺呢個世界每個真耶穌教會都係一個大家庭嚟㗎。
Why is it that we are called the one family?
點解我哋話我哋係一個大家庭呢？
There are many members, in different part of the world whom we do not know.
咁喺世界唔同嘅地方有好多信徒，我哋係唔認識㗎。
And yet we know that we are, members of the same households.
但係我哋知道我哋係呢個喺同一個家裏邊嘅呢個嘅一份子嚟㗎。
Why? Because we share the same gospel.
點解咧？因為我哋係嚟去分享同一個嘅呢個嘅福音。
We have received the same spirit.
我哋領受同一個靈。
So when we are given a chance to meet up.
所以當我哋有機會嚟去相遇嘅時候
，we feel that we are just like brothers and sisters.
我哋就發覺我哋就好似弟兄姊妹一樣。
This is fellowship in the spirit.
呢個就係靈裏嘅呢種嘅團契啦。
You realize that this gospel must be firmly upheld.
我哋要明白就係話，我哋必須要嚟去持守呢種嘅呢個福音㗎。
So without this gospel, then we have no foundations for us to come, no reasons for us to come together as a family.
咁如果係冇呢個福音作為基礎嘅話，咁我哋就冇呢個原因或者冇呢個嘅意思，讓我哋能夠嚟去好似一家人嘅喺一齊啦。
We know that Jesus Christ and the gospel cannot be separated.
我哋知道主耶穌同埋呢個嘅福音係唔可以嚟去分開嘅。
If we have Christ,
如果我哋有基督啦
it means that we also have the gospel.
就係話我哋亦都係擁有呢個嘅福音。
We cannot say I only want Christ, but I don't want the gospel.
我哋唔可以話我只係需要基督，我哋唔需要呢個福音。
So when we share the same gospel,
所以我哋分享呢個同一個福音嘅時候
we will feel the abiding presence of the Spirit in our midst.
咁我哋就能夠嚟去體驗到神嘅靈喺我哋同在啦。
So when the gospel is distorted,
所以當呢個福音被嚟去扭曲之後
you find that then we cannot be in the same fellowship anymore.
你發覺我哋就唔能夠仍然喺同一個呢個福音裏邊啦。
Just like when you read some epistles like written by John.
就好似一啲書信係約翰所寫嘅，
Like epistles written by Peter.
同埋呢個彼得所寫嘅書信，
Even the book of Revelation.
甚至呢個啟示錄嘅，
You can see the danger of the of the distortion of the gospel to the church.
你會睇到呢個嘅福音嘅被扭曲之後對教會嘅影響嘅。
So that's why when we talk about having this fellowship, we all must have this understanding that the gospel, the word of truth of the church cannot be altered, cannot be changed.
所以當我哋去想到呢個嘅福音嘅呢種嘅團體嘅時候，我哋就要去明白到呢個嘅神嘅真理，呢個福音唔可以去被改變㗎。
Today, if I do not hold on to the same gospel anymore.
如果今天我冇嚟去持守呢個同一個嘅福音，
Even though I'm here talking to you,
雖然我喺呢度同大家嚟講，
I don't think I can have any fellowship with you.
我唔相信我係同你哋有咩嘅一齊呢種嘅。
Why? Because I have left the gospel.
點解呢？因為我已經離開咗呢個原有嘅福音啦。
So it is important for us to understand this.
所以呢個我哋需要明白到呢一點㗎。
That having the same gospel, will enable us to what? To have fellowship together in the spirit.
我哋同有呢個嘅福音嘅時候，我哋就能夠喺我靈裏邊嚟去有呢個團契啦。
Now we go to verse 8. Yeah?
我睇下呢個第8節。
Verse 8.
第8節。
For God is my witness, how greatly I long for you all with the affection of Jesus Christ.
第8節，我體會基督耶穌的身長，切切地想念你們眾人，這是神可以給我作見證的。
Now here it talks about his affections of Jesus to the believers.
呢度話佢你去體驗到耶穌基督身長，所以佢能夠切切想念到眾人。
Now why is it that Paul have this affection for the believers?
點解佢會有對呢啲嘅眾人有咁嘅想念呢
？Because of the gospel.
因為福音嘅緣故。
This love is the result of having the same gospel.
呢種嘅愛就係因為我哋同擁有同一個福音嘅緣故。
Now we turn to 1 John.
我睇下呢個
2 John.
約翰預書㗎。
2 John.
約翰預書。
We read verse 1 and verse 2.
我睇第1、第2節嘅。
To the elect lady and the children whom I love in truth, and not only I, but also all those who have known the truth, because of the truth which abides in us and will be with us forever.
第1節，作長老的寫信給蒙揀選的太太。和他的兒女，就是我誠心所愛的，不但我愛，也是一切知道真理之人所愛的。第2節，愛你們是為真理的緣故，這真理存在我們裏面，也必永遠與我們同在。
Verse 3.
第3節
Grace, mercy, and peace will be with you from God the Father and from the Lord Jesus Christ, the Son of the Father, in truth and love.
第3節，因為憐憫平安從父神和他兒子耶穌基督在真理和愛身上必常與我們同在。
Now here it talks about the relationship between love and truth.
呢度提到呢個嘅真理同埋呢個愛身嘅關係。
So John made it very clear.
呢個約翰好清楚呢度。
That he loved the members because of the truth.
佢愛呢個信徒，因為呢個嘅真理嘅緣故。
And the truth is in them.
咁呢個真理喺佢哋嘅裏面。
And shall be with them forever.
會永永遠遠與佢哋同在㗎。
So without this truth, we cannot truly love one another.
所以我哋冇呢個真理嘅時候，我哋就唔能夠真正係彼此相愛啦。
So Paul is very careful to maintain that his love for the members is because of the what? Of the gospel.
所以保羅佢係好謹慎，佢同呢啲信徒嘅愛嘅，因為呢個福音嘅緣故。
Now we know that if the gospel is not the same.
如果我哋知道如果呢個福音唔係同一樣嘅
，then even Paul himself was persecuted.
甚至呢個保羅都被你逼迫啦。
Paul said to them.
保羅咁樣同佢哋講。
Paul was a man of love.
我哋知道保羅係一個充滿愛嘅人嚟㗎。
He wanted believers in Galatia to turn back to God.
佢想呢個加拉太嘅信徒嚟去歸回向神噶。
In order to turn back to God, Paul had to teach them the truth again.
讓佢哋能夠嚟去歸回神嘅，所以保羅必須要嚟再次嚟教導佢哋噶。
To tell them the right way.
嚟話俾你知呢個正確嘅道路。
So that they can return to the Lord Jesus to come back to the truth.
讓佢哋能夠嚟去歸回主耶穌基督嘅真理上嘅。
This is the way that Paul has shown.
呢個就係保羅俾佢哋嘅呢個嘅方法。
How did the people react?
但係當時嘅人點樣反應呢？
I want you to read chapter 4.
我睇下第4章嘅。
Please read Galatians chapter 4.
加拉太書嘅第4章。
Verse 16.
我睇16節嘅。
Galatians chapter 4 verse 16.
加拉太書4章嘅16節。
Have I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth?
16節。如今我將真理告訴你們，就成了你們的仇敵嗎
？You find that some of the believers in Galatia have left the truth.
因為喺加拉太教會有啲嘅信徒，佢哋已經離開呢個真理啦。
We know that Paul loved them.
我哋知道保羅係愛佢哋嘅。
And you know that the love of Paul is genuine.
我哋知道保羅嘅呢個嘅愛係真實嘅。
And he wanted very much to bring them back to Christ.
佢實在係想佢哋將佢哋帶翻嚟去教基督嗰度嘅。
And so he told them the truth.
所以佢同佢哋講呢個真理。
So what was their reaction?
咁佢哋呢嘅反應係點呢？
They hated him for that.
佢哋就嚟憎恨佢啦。
And therefore Paul wrote to them.
所以保羅就寫信俾佢哋。
Have I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth?
係咪因為我將真理話俾你哋知，就成咗你哋嘅仇敵呢？
So you see that without this truth we cannot have fellowship.
所以我哋睇到，如果冇呢個嘅真理嘅時候，我哋就唔能夠有呢種嘅團契啦。
Because this is what the Lord Jesus has given to us, given to the early church.
呢個就係主耶穌所俾我哋嘅，亦都係俾初期嘅教會嘅。
Now we turn back to this Philippians.
咁我翻嚟呢個腓立比書嗰度嘅。
Please turn back to Philippians.
腓立比書。
Now verse 9, yeah.
第9節。
This is like the request, that the wish of Paul.
呢個就係呢個嘅代求啦，就係保羅嘅呢個嘅心意啦。
That he has for the church at Philippi.
就係佢對呢個腓立比教會嘅呢個嘅心意。
That's why he said, and this I pray.
所以話我所以禱告。
That your love may abound still more and more in knowledge and all discernment.
就係要你們的愛心在知識和各樣見識上多而有多噶。
You find that even in this book itself.
你發覺喺呢本書句裏面。
Paul talks about evil workers.
佢提到呢啲嘅惡嘅呢個嘅工人嘅。
We can turn to chapter 3.
我睇呢個嘅第3章。
Verse 2.
第2節嘅。
Verse 2.
第2節。
Here Paul says, "Beware of dogs, beware of evil workers, beware of the mutilation."
第2節話，應當防備犬類，防備作惡的，防備妄自行割的。
Now he warned the church.
呢度佢嚟去警戒教會。
At the same time, he also asked the church he prayed that the church will abound still more and more in love, in knowledge, and that their love may abound more and more.
同時嘅佢亦都盼望教會嘅愛心同埋喺知識同埋各樣見識上多而有多嘅。
Every genuine worker would wish that the church will abound in love.
每一個呢個真正嘅呢個工人佢會渴望呢啲信徒係能夠嚟喺佢嘅愛身上多而有多。
If a worker were to cause confusion in the church, then he is not a good worker.
如果一個人嚟去帶俾教會有呢個嘅混亂嘅，咁呢個就唔係一個好嘅工人啦。
And here Paul, really wants the believers to increase in love.
咁保羅亦都想信徒們能夠喺呢個愛身上多而有多嘅。
So that this love may abound still more and more, but there is like one condition.
咁呢個嘅愛多而有多，呢個事上係有一個條件嘅。
In knowledge and all discernment.
就係話喺知識同埋各樣嘅見識上。
If we don't have knowledge.
我哋如果冇呢個知識嘅
，we just use our feeling and emotions to love。
或者係用我哋嘅感受同埋情緒嚟去愛嘅。
We can cause more trouble than help to the church.
我哋會帶俾教會咁多嘅麻煩，而唔係呢個幫助。
When you look at the love of Jesus,
當我哋睇到呢個主耶穌嘅時候，
the love of Jesus is a very sensible one.
主耶穌嘅愛係好幼稚嘅。
Because we have mentioned before,
因為佢曾經提到。
we have mentioned before,
我哋曾經提到。
if you look at the way Jesus showed us his love,
你睇下主耶穌向我哋顯明佢嘅愛。
it demonstrates great wisdom of God.
呢個係顯出神嘅呢種嘅偉大嘅呢個嘅呢個智慧㗎。
The people of the world are different.
世人係唔一樣㗎。
They got mixed up, even lust with love.
佢哋將呢個嘅愛同埋呢個情慾嚟去混亂喺一起。
They got mixed up emotion with love.
佢哋當呢個將呢個情緒同埋呢種嘅愛混淆喺一起啦。
But when we talk about the love in the Bible, the love of Jesus,
但係當我哋提到聖經裏邊嘅愛同埋主耶穌嘅愛嘅時候，
it comes from the knowledge of God.
呢個係就係嚟自神嘅呢個嘅知識㗎。
So today, if we don't have the knowledge,
所以今天我哋冇呢個知識，
we only function according to our emotion.
我哋只係按照我哋自己嘅情緒嚟去做事。
We can never love.
咁我哋就永遠唔能夠愛啦。
This is something that Paul is praying for the church in Philippi.
呢個就係保羅為腓立比教會作嘅禱告。
If we truly have the knowledge of God,
如果我哋真正有神嘅呢種嘅知識，
pray for the believers,
我哋為呢啲信徒代
and we
禱。
also pray that God will give us knowledge so that we can truly love them.
我哋都求神嚟俾我哋有呢個真嘅知識，讓我哋真正嚟愛佢哋噶。
So anyone who has gone away from the faith, we can have the knowledge to bring them back.
咁如果邊一個人離開呢個真理嘅，咁我哋有呢個知識嚟帶領佢哋翻嚟啦。
This is love.
呢個就係愛。
This is the love that Paul wants to see in the church.
呢個就係保羅想喺教會裏邊睇到嘅愛。
And here it also says, in all discernment, we must know how to discern.
呢度亦都提到話，我哋要各樣見識上嘅，就即係話我哋曉得分辨。
分辨咯。中英文係分辨。Now, why do we need discernment in terms of loving others?
點解我哋喺呢個愛別人呢個事上要曉得嚟分辨呢？
Sometimes when we want to express our love,
有時候我哋想顯出我哋嘅愛嘅時候，
even when we talk about husband and wife,
甚至我哋提到呢個夫婦嘅呢方面，
or even within our family,
甚至喺我哋嘅家人方面，
we want to talk about love.
我哋想同佢講呢個愛。
I cannot just sit there and say I love you, but I don't do anything.
我唔可以話我只單單坐喺度愛你，跟住就咩都唔做嘅。
What kind of love is that?
如果係咁話，呢個係咩愛呢？
The most you can say is love in the heart.
呢個就係話喺心裏邊嘅愛。
It's not true love, yeah.
呢個唔係真實嘅愛。
So if we say we love,
所以如果我哋話我哋愛
we
嘅，
need to think about how to love, how to express our love.
我哋要去想下我哋點樣去愛，點樣去顯出我哋呢種嘅愛嘅。
Maybe you think, I want to show my love, therefore I make a cup of tea for this person.
譬如話我想我對呢個人想顯出我愛，就我為佢沖一杯茶。
This love.
呢個就係愛啦。
But if you say, you see, I love you, but I don't have any action, what kind of love is that?
如果你坐翹埋手話我愛你啊，咁你話你呢個愛係咩愛呢？
That's why Paul says when we talk about in all discernment,
所以保羅話要喺呢個嘅曉得分辨上，
we may approve the things that are excellent.
我哋會去肯定呢啲事係好嘅。
Like in the church,
就好似喺教會呢邊，
we want to, love one another.
我哋想彼此相愛嘅。
Obviously, you find that some brothers and sisters they would express their love in a different way to one another.
咁你發覺有啲弟兄姊妹佢哋會用啲唔同嘅方法嚟顯出佢哋嘅愛嘅。
Some will say, come to my house,
有啲話你嚟我屋企坐啊。
to have a meal or whatever.
大家一齊嚟去用餐。
Some will say, come, I take you out, for dinner.
有啲話我請你出去食餐。
Or you say, can we have a fellowship?
或者話我哋一齊嚟去團契。
This is love, isn't it? Because we express it.
呢個有愛啦，就係我哋想顯出嚟。
But Paul says we must have this discernment.
但係保羅話我哋必須要曉得嚟分辨。
So that we know we may approve the things that are excellent.
咁我哋就能夠嚟去肯定嗰啲係美好嘅事情。
That is very important. Approve the things that are excellent.
就話能夠肯定嗰啲係美好嘅事嚟嘅。
For example, in the church,
譬如話喺教會呢邊，
let's say you want to express our love by bringing back, those who have gone astray.
就係話你想嚟去藉著帶嗰啲嚟去迷失嘅人翻嚟顯出從呢方面顯出你嘅
We
愛。
must know whether this method is good or not.
我哋要明白到究竟呢個事情係好定係唔好㗎，
Not based on how we feel,
唔係話基於我哋係點樣去感受，
based on the discernment that Christ has given to us.
就係基於基督俾我哋呢種嘅曉得分辨
If
嘅。
you know that this is good,
如果你知道呢個係好事，
because we know that this is what the Bible teaches,
因為呢個係聖經所教導我哋嘅，
so when we carry it out,
所以當我哋做嘅時候，
we are expressing our love in all discernment.
咁我就係嚟去從呢個曉得分辨事上嚟去顯出呢個愛。
In this way, we can truly bring the person back to Christ.
咁樣我哋就能夠真正將呢個人帶翻嚟歸回主嗰度。
This is very important today.
所以今天呢個係好重要嘅，
So we must pray for this discernment.
所以我哋必須要嚟去求呢種嘅曉得分辨。
Now, I want you to read a passage,
我想大家嚟去讀一段嘅經文。
chapter 4 of Philippians.
腓立比書嘅第4章嘅，
Please turn to Philippians chapter 4,
腓立比書嘅4章，
verse 8.
我睇第8節。
And verse 8 and verse 9. Yeah?
第8、第9節嘅。
Finally, brethren, whatever things are true, whatever things are noble, whatever things are just, whatever things are pure, whatever things are lovely, whatever things are of good report, if there is any virtues, and if there is anything praiseworthy, meditate on these things.
第8節，弟兄們，我還有未盡的話，凡是真實的、可敬的、公義的、清潔的、可愛的、有美名的，若有什麼德行，若有什麼稱讚，這些事你們都要思念。
Verse 9.
第9節，
The things which you learned and received and heard and saw in me, this do, and the God of peace will be with you.
第9節，你們在我身上所學習的、所領受的、所聽見的、所看見的，這些事你們都要去行，賜平安的神就必與你們同在。
Now, when you look at verse 8, yeah,
當我哋睇第8節嘅時候，
this is like, an encouragement given to the church at Philippi.
就好似俾腓立比教會嘅一個嘅勉勵。
Paul wanted to help them
保羅想嚟幫助佢哋，
know how to discern what are the things that are excellent.
就係話嚟去讓佢哋曉得分辨咩嘢事情係美好嘅。
Sometimes we can hear a lot of suggestion in the church.
有時候我哋喺教會呢邊可以聽到好多嘅意見㗎。
Everyone has his or her own ideas.
每個人都有佢哋自己嘅主意㗎。
But how can we make a judgment on this?
我哋點樣嚟去分辨呢？
I cannot say, because Tony is my good friend. Whatever he said, I will support. Yeah.
我哋唔可以話因為某人係我哋嘅最好嘅朋友。當然係我好朋友。咁我因為佢所講一切嘢，我都要嚟去支持佢㗎。
So because we are good friend, whatever I said, Tony will say, yeah.
咁因為佢係因為當年係好朋友，所以佢講嘅嘢我就支持佢啦。
This is not the way forward. This is not the way to do things.
我哋唔應該係咁樣嚟去做事㗎。
So in the church, what should we do?
所以喺教會裏邊，我哋應該點樣做呢？
First, we must pursue the knowledge of Jesus.
首先我哋必須要追求嚟自主耶穌呢種嘅知識㗎。
Secondly, you look at verse 8. What verse 8 says?
第二嘅我哋要睇下第8節嗰度點樣講㗎。
So we ask ourselves, when a proposal is put forward,
我哋首先問下，究竟係咪有一個提議嚟去提出嚟呢？
is that good?
咁呢個係咪好嘅呢？
Is that good for the spiritual well-being of the church?
係咪對教會嘅呢個屬靈嘅事情係好嘅呢？
Is that just? Is that righteous in the eyes of God?
喺神嘅眼中係咪真實嘅呢？係咪公平嘅呢？
That's why we need to meditate.
所以我哋必須要去思念。
Not only we meditate, we need to pray about it.
我哋唔單止要思念，我哋更加要為呢個事情嚟去禱告㗎。
When we shape our mind in this way, you find that in our prayer, God will help us to understand, will help us to know what is good and what is not good.
所以當我哋呢個嘅心係專注喺呢啲事上嘅時候，咁神就會讓我哋知道邊啲事係好或者壞㗎。
So in this way, you find that will bring benefits to the church.
咁樣我哋就能夠將對教會帶嚟呢個嘅好處啦。
There's one thing that I want to bring to your attention.
咁有件事我想大家去留意下㗎。
He said, "Whatever things are pure."
就係凡係呢個嘅清潔嘅清潔啲嘢，係咪要講清潔啲凡係清潔嘅。
Now, when we talk about pure, it talks about not just about the proposal itself is pure.
所以當我提到呢個清潔，唔係單單指呢個嘅提議係清潔嘅。
For us to understand, whether this is good for the church or not, our heart must be pure.
咁用我哋嚟去曉得知道究竟呢個對教會係咪有好處嘅，我哋必須自己本身係清潔嘅。
This is very important.
呢個係好重要嘅。
Sometimes because my heart is not pure.
有時候因為我嘅心唔清潔。
When a suggestion is put forth.
當呢個提議被提出嚟啦。
Although it is very good.
雖然係好嘅。
I will not deem it as good.
咁我就唔會你去覺得呢個係好嘅。
My heart is not pure.
因為我嘅心
my heart is not pure.
因為我心唔清潔，唔清潔嘅。
Now I want you to turn to James.
我睇呢個雅各書。
James chapter 3.
雅各書第3章。
Chapter 3.
雅各書嘅3章。
We read verse. We can read from verse 13. Yeah.
我哋從13節開始讀。
Verse 13.
13節。
Who is wise and understanding among you? Let him show by good conduct that his works are done in the meekness of wisdom.
13節，你們中間誰是有智慧、有見識的呢？他就當有智慧的溫柔上顯明他的善行來。
Now I just want to make one point clear.
我想喺度講明一點。
When we talk about wisdom from God,
當我提到從神嚟嘅智慧
it always demonstrates humility.
呢個時常關乎到呢個嘅謙卑嘅。
So if a person is of wisdom,
如果一個人有智慧嘅
you find that he is able to demonstrate humility and meekness.
佢就能夠顯出呢種嘅智慧同埋呢個溫柔嚟啦。
Verse 14.
呢個謙卑同埋溫柔嚟啦。
Verse 14.
14節。
But if you have bitter envy and self-seeking in your hearts, do not boast and lie against the truth.
你們心裏若懷着苦毒的嫉妒和紛爭，就不可自誇，也不可説謊話，抵擋真道。
I want to jump to verse 17.
我大家要讀17節啦。
But the wisdom that is from above is first pure.
唯獨從上頭來的智慧先是清潔。
Then peaceable.
後是和平。
Gentle.
溫柔。
Willing to yield.
柔順。
Full of mercy and good fruits, without partiality and without hypocrisy.
滿有憐憫，多結善果，沒有偏見，沒有假冒。
It's first mentioned about purity.
呢度首先就提到清潔嘅。
So if we have wisdom,
所以我哋有呢個智慧。
you find that our wisdom must be shown, must come out from this heart of purity.
我哋呢種嘅智慧必須嚟自我哋呢種內心嘅呢種嘅清潔㗎。
So this is important.
所以呢個係重要嘅。
That's why Paul said to the believers.
所以保羅同呢啲嘅信徒咁樣講。
Whatever things are good or whatever, you have to think about them. Meditate on these things.
無論係潔淨嘅，無論其他嘅美面嘅，你都要去思念。
Now verse 9.
第9節。
The thing back to Philippians chapter 4 verse 9.
我翻嚟腓立比書第9節。
4 verse 9, chapter 4.
第4章嘅第9節。
The things which you have learned and received and heard and saw in me, this do, and the God of peace will be with you.
第9節話你們在我身上所學習的、所領受的、所聽見的、所看見的，這些事你們都要去行。
You find that Paul has set the church a pattern.
所以你發覺保羅喺度嚟俾教會一個嘅呢個嘅模式嘅。
Now you find that this pattern actually is from Christ.
呢個模式就其實係嚟自基督嘅。
In another part of the Bible, it says that he has learned from Christ.
喺另外一段經文裏邊話佢係同基督學習嘅。
Now therefore he asked the believers to learn and receive and heard, know what the things which they have learned and received from him they must do.
所以佢去求盼望信徒喺佢哋要學習去領受去聽見同埋看見嘅，咁樣佢哋去做。
From Paul.
就係從保羅嗰度。
Now we read chapter 3.
我睇第3章嘅。
Chapter 3 verse 17.
第3章嘅17節。
3:17, Brethren, join in following my example and note those who so walk as you have us for a pattern.
第3章17節話：弟兄們，你們要一同效法我，也當留意看那些照我榜樣行的人。
So Paul has a pattern, has given them a pattern, set them a pattern.
所以保羅俾佢哋一個呢個模式。
So they must follow.
所以佢哋必須要去效法嘅。
Now, so back to chapter 1 of Philippians.
我哋翻返嚟呢個腓立比嘅第1章嘅。
So I think this is something that we need to learn in our life and in the church.
所以呢個我哋必須喺我哋嘅生命當中，同埋喺教會裏邊要去學習一件事情。
We must learn to approve the things that are excellent.
我哋必須要學習嚟去確定邊啲事情係美好嘅。
In this way, we may be sincere and without offense till the day of Christ.
咁樣我哋就能夠做一個誠實無過嘅人，直到基督嘅日子啦。
I think this is so important for us to know.
我覺得呢個係我哋好重要嘅事情，我哋需要去知道嘅。
Now, you know, in the church,
喺教會裏邊
if we do not have this knowledge of Christ,
如果我哋冇呢個嘅神嘅呢個嘅知識嘅，
or if our hearts are not pure,
或者我哋嘅心唔潔淨嘅，
we can never make a right discernment.
我哋就永遠唔能夠嚟去作出一個正確嘅呢種嘅分別。
Actually, this idea is very good.
雖然呢個嘅主意係好嘅。
Because we are not pure in heart.
因為我哋個心唔潔淨
we'll reject it.
我哋會拒絕佢嘅。
And this will be an offense in the eyes of God.
咁喺神嘅眼中，呢個就係一個罪嚟㗎。
So
一個錯，
一個錯
嚟㗎。
It's something that is not pleasing in God's eyes.
呢個喺神嘅眼中係唔得喜悅㗎。
You know, we always encourage ourselves and also our brothers and sisters.
我哋時常嚟去勉勵自己同埋弟兄姊妹們。
Because the church is the house of God.
教會就係神嘅家嚟㗎。
So when we are in the household of God.
所以當我哋喺神嘅家裏邊
，just like Paul, you know, encourage Timothy.
就好似保羅你提醒呢個提摩太一樣。
Now I want you to turn to 1 Timothy.
我睇下呢個提摩太前書。
1 Timothy.
提摩太前書。
Chapter 3.
第3章嘅。
We read verse 15.
我睇15節。
Verse 15.
15節。
But if I am delayed, I write so that you may know how you ought to conduct yourself in the house of God, which is the church of the living God, the pillar and grounds of the truth.
15節，倘若我坦言日久，你也可知道，在神的家中當怎樣行。這家就是永生神的教會，真理的柱石和根基。
Paul has written to Timothy to teach him, to help him how to conduct himself in the church, in the house of God.
所以保羅嚟去寫信嚟去教導提摩太喺神嘅家裏邊應該要點樣去做。
You know, Paul has given a lot of works, important works to Timothy.
保羅已經俾咗好多呢啲嘅重要嘅呢個事工俾。
Even to ordain, you know, elders.
甚至叫佢嚟去按立呢啲嘅長老。
So Timothy must know how to conduct himself.
所以呢個提摩太必須要曉得嚟點樣去做。
Must know what are the things that are excellent.
必須要肯定知道乜嘢事情係美好嘅。
So that he can approve in the church.
所以讓佢能夠嚟喺教會裏面肯定。
And allow this work to be done.
而嚟容許呢啲事情嚟去被做嘅。
And here it also mentioned.
喺呢度亦都提到。
Back to chapter 3, 1 Timothy 3.
睇翻嚟提摩太前書第3章。
And here it says, the church of the living God, the pillar and ground of the truth.
呢就話呢個神家嘅教會，呢個真理和柱石嘅根基。
Now you know that here is like the truth, yeah, has become the foundation of the church.
就係話呢個真理就成為呢個教會嘅根基啦。
And here is like the church is what? The church of the living God, the pillar and ground of the truth.
永生神嘅教會真理嘅柱石和根基。
Which one is on top? The truth is on top, isn't it?
邊個喺上邊咧？就係真理喺上邊噶。
And the church is?
個教會就喺下邊啦。
Is that not true?
係咪事實咧
？We always say the truth is the foundation of the church. Yeah, that is correct.
我哋時常話真理就係呢個教會根基。
But here
喺呢度提到
the what? The truth is on top.
呢個真理係喺上邊噶。
The church is underneath. Yeah.
個教會喺下邊噶。
What does it mean?
咁咩意思咧
It's like saying to Timothy,
就好似話俾呢個
whatever you do must be in support of the truth.
你所做一切必須要有呢個真理嚟支持噶。
No. 你一定要支持真理。
你一定要支持真理噶。
So it's like Timothy is carrying the truth. It is the truth.
就好似提摩太喺度揸住呢個真理一樣。
This is how we should conduct in the church.
所以呢個就係我哋必須喺教會裏邊要咁去做。
How can we go about doing that?
我哋點樣去咁樣做咧
？Must have the wisdom.
我哋就必須需要呢個嘅智慧啦。
To have wisdom, we need a pure heart.
我哋要有呢個清潔淨嘅心，才能有呢個智慧。
In this way, we can always demonstrate the truth. Wherever we go, we show the truth.
若果咁樣，我哋就能夠無論我哋去到邊度，我哋都能夠嚟去顯出呢個真理。
You find that the church will be peaceful and will be spiritual.
咁你發覺呢個教會就會係平安，又會屬靈啦。
Okay, now back to Philippians chapter 1.
我翻嚟呢個腓立比書嘅第一章。
Now we look at verse 11.
如果我睇第11節。
If we can approve the things that are excellent,
如果我哋能夠肯定嗰啲事情係美好嘅，
then we will be filled with the fruits of righteousness.
咁就能夠嚟去結滿呢個仁義嘅果子啦。
Which are by Jesus Christ to the glory and praise of God.
就係從耶穌基督嗰度嚟叫榮耀得到稱讚。
Okay, now when we talk about bearing fruits,
當我哋提到話結呢個果子
we always think about like individuals, workers, or believers.
我哋時常就喺度想呢個係每個人嘅，或者係每個工人嘅。
Yeah, now like you know when I'm sent to Africa.
譬如話我被差派去呢個非洲啦。
I'm doing work for God.
或者我係為神嚟工作啦。
I'm bearing fruits for God.
我就為神嚟去果子啦。
But what about the church, collectively speaking?
咁對呢個大眾嚟講，呢個教會就咩意思咧
？If all of us can approve what is good.
如果我哋大家都能夠肯定呢個事情係美好嘅
，then you find that the church will bear a lot of fruits of righteousness for God.
咁你發覺呢個教會就能夠為神嚟去結出好多呢啲仁義嘅果子啦。
In this way, who will be glorified?
咁如果係咁樣嘅話，邊個會得到呢個榮耀咧
？Jesus Christ shall be glorified.
就係主耶穌基督就能夠得榮耀啦。
I guess this is something that we need to pray about.
所以呢個就係必須我哋去喺禱告上嚟去求嘅。
I've been to some churches.
我去過有啲嘅教會。
You find that during their meeting.
喺佢哋嘅開會嘅當中
，you can sense this unity in their midst.
你發覺佢哋就能夠體現到佢哋係呢種嘅喺佢哋中間有呢種嘅同心啦。
Because they always seek to approve what is good.
因為佢哋時常去追求呢啲美好肯定嘅事情嘅。
You also see that in their daily life, when their life in the church is like you find that they devote a lot of time to prayer.
咁你發覺佢哋呢喺平時生活當中佢哋會利用好多時間嚟去作禱告嘅。
So whenever they are free, they pray to God.
所以當佢哋係有時間嘅時候，佢哋就會嚟去向神禱告。
So I feel that this is like returning to the old times.
呢個就好似翻去呢個古時一樣。
When I grew up in the church.
我喺呢個教會長大嘅。
The church that I attended when I was young is like in the church there are 2 prayer rooms.
咁喺我所在嘅教會裏邊，佢有2個呢個禱告房嘅。
Every time, like if the service, let's say the Sabbath service start around 10 o'clock in the morning, 9 o'clock you can hear members going into the room praying.
譬如話 呢個教會個聚會係10點開始嘅，咁9點嘅時候你會聽到有信徒去呢個嘅禱告室嚟去禱告嘅。
Everyone is praying for the church.
每個人都喺為教會嘅事情嚟禱告嘅。
You find that the preachers encourage this.
你發覺呢啲傳道佢哋都係鼓勵呢一方面嘅。
Why? Because this is something good.
點解咧？因為呢個係好嘅。
Something excellent.
呢個係美好嘅事情。
Because by so doing, you allow the believers to have this consciousness of knowing the importance of praying to God.
有個，因為你能夠跟住就讓呢個嘅信徒能夠嚟去有呢啲嚟看重呢個對神禱告嘅呢個重要啦。
You also you encourage people to come and pray. 同埋
你都能夠鼓勵更多嘅人嚟去禱告啦。
In this way, you find that the church will bear a lot of fruits of righteousness.
如果咁嘅話，呢個教會就能夠嚟去結出更多嘅仁義嘅果子。
When you look at this example given in what is that in 3 John.
咁從呢個約翰3書嘅呢個例子我哋可以睇到嘅。
It talks about different workers.
呢度提到唔同嘅呢個工人。
One of them is a bad one.
其中有一個係呢個惡嘅工人嚟嘅。
Why? Because he stopped people from receiving others.
因為佢嚟去阻止人哋去接待人嘅。
I want you to read 3 John.
我睇下約翰3書。
We read verse 9.
我睇第9節嘅。
I wrote to the church, but Diotrephes, who loved to have the preeminence among them, does not receive us.
第9節，我曾略略地寫信給教會，但那在教會中好為首的丟特肥不接待我們。
Verse 10.
第10節。
Therefore, if I come, I will call to mind his deeds which he does, prating against us with malicious words, and not content with that, he himself does not receive the brethren, and forbid those who wish to, putting them out of the church.
第10節，所以我若去，必要提說他所行的事，就是他用惡言妄論我們，還不以為足。他自己不接待弟兄，有人願意接待，他也禁止，並且將接待弟兄的人趕出教會。
You find that this guy he does not approve what was good.
所以你發覺呢個人佢唔去肯定嗰啲美好嘅事情。
What did he create in the church?
咁佢喺教會裏邊去產生啲咩事情
Fruits of righteousness?
係咪呢個仁義嘅果子咧
？No，
唔係㗎。
Fruits of wickedness
就係呢個嘅惡毒嘅果子㗎。
Fruits of division in the church
就係呢個嘅教會分裂嘅果子㗎。
So we must have the pure mind to know.
所以我哋必須有呢種潔淨嘅呢個心嚟去分辨㗎。
To approve what is good.
嚟去肯定咩嘢係美好㗎。
What is good not according to how I feel or how we feel.
唔係因為我哋感覺到係好就係好㗎。
According to what the Bible teaches.
係按照聖經所教導我哋㗎。
So when our heart is pure, we can see the word of God very clearly.
所以當我哋嘅心潔淨嘅時候，我哋就能夠好清楚睇清楚神嘅話語啦。
This is what Paul is praying for the church.
所以呢個就係保羅為教會嘅禱告。
So we also hope that we can pray for ourselves, pray for the church in this way, so that the church can grow.
所以我哋都盼望我哋能夠為自己為教會用緊嘅呢個方法嚟去禱告。
May God help us all.
願神嚟去祝福我哋每一位。
Let's pray together.
我哋一同嚟去禱告。